a pretty big pent-up demand for is mergers and acquisitions. Many companies over the last 3 to 6 months have been, thinking hard. One could say dusting off their dream deals.
And that was Evercore Chairman Emeritus Ralph Schlosstein speaking to us yesterday on Bloomberg Open Interest. And from investment bankers to hedge funds, Wall Street is gearing up for a big return of M&A deals. Hedge fund manager Dan Loeb, just after the Trump victory, said it's morning in America for event-driven investing. Here with more on the M&A front is Bloomberg senior reporter Michelle Davis. Your team is watching a lot of live situations and a lot that may come. There are expectations that the deals could get bigger. They could involve many, many industries. We've heard energy, financials, healthcare, which you've covered very closely for a long time. What are some that are in the pipeline? I'm really interested in Qualcomm in particular, because that is one that you guys have reported will be something that could be considering Intel's situation after an election.
Yeah, so this is the outcome that it seems like all the M&A practitioners were waiting for, because the biggest takeaway is that with Trump in office, the likelihood is that antitrust oversight is going to get easier. So some of those really big deals that folks have had on their wish list for 4 years that they have been nervous to bring to market are a go now. One of those is Intel Qualcomm. At this point, it's still unclear whether Qualcomm will proceed with that deal. U.S.-China relations are obviously a big factor in how that deal goes through, because China will have to approve that deal, and Trump has shown some protectionist tendencies. So that's one of the wild cards when it comes to all of this M&A.
You know what? Shonali's smiling because we had a little bit of a debate this morning. I don't think there's any way in hell that Donald Trump lets a Japanese company buy U.S. steel.
So that's the other wild card, and he has said multiple times that he would block that deal. And so that's the one area where, the bankers and lawyers that we talked to yesterday, they said it looks pretty good for all the M&A, except for when you talk about cross-border. There are certain jurisdictions where maybe, it might not be as easy to do a deal. And there's also the unpredictability factor of Trump. You don't know if there's a company he doesn't like, he could go off and say, I don't want that to go through.
And really quickly here, it's interesting, even Discover and Capital One, which is one of the ones that are expected to go through. The stocks were surging yesterday. A little bit of a give back today, Matt.
Yeah, but they rallied so hard yesterday.